The Sinking Critic. A tale by L.T. I criticise them constantly, the anti-vaxxers, the conspiracy nuts, the basement-dwelling prophets with their shaky phone cameras and muffled voices, claiming to have evidence. I make sport of them. It's almost too easy. At breakfast, I scroll my feed with one hand and sip coffee with the other. Another woman on Facebook rants about nanobots in the vaccine. A man claims his cousin's neighbour's hair fell out overnight after the second dose. I snort loud enough for my kids to look up from their cereal. Listen to this one, I say. Nanobots in the bloodstream, turning people into drones. Can you believe people are this gullible? My son smirks, but my daughter tilts her head, half curious. Maybe they believe it because they're scared, she says. Scared, sure. But fear doesn't excuse stupidity, I shoot back, shaking my head. This is the problem with people. They'll believe any nonsense that confirms what they already want to believe. Experts exist for a reason. Scientists spend their lives studying this stuff. But no, Karen from Facebook University thinks she knows better because she watched a 10-minute video. My wife, standing at the counter buttering toast, sighs. Maybe don't call people stupid in front of the kids. I flash her a grin. I'm teaching them critical thinking. Better they know early that some people are idiots. She rolls her eyes but doesn't argue. She's used to me by now. At work, it's more of the same. One of my colleagues mentions hesitating about getting the shot. Something about not knowing the long-term effects. I lean back in my chair, fold my arms, and deliver my line. Don't worry. The government already owns us. They have our fingerprints, constant surveillance, and our phones track our every move. If they wanted to control us, they wouldn't need a shot in the arm. The office chuckles. The colleague flushes red and mutters something under his breath. I feel the warm glow of superiority. These little debates are my stage, and I never lose. I am the critic, the voice of reason, the one who dismantles bad arguments with sharp logic and sharper wit. So when it's finally my turn for the vaccine, I walk into the clinic like a man walking into church, reverent, proud, doing my civic duty. The nurse gestures to the chair. I roll up my sleeve. The alcohol swab is cool against my arm. This won't hurt a bit, she says. I chuckle. Even if it does, it's worth it. I'd rather deal with a sore arm than a ventilator. She smiles politely, presses the needle in, and it's done before I can blink. A square of gauze, a strip of tape. I snap a selfie. Me with my mask on, thumbs up, bandage visible. Caption: Science juice acquired. I text it to my wife. She sends back a heart. Driving home, I feel righteous. Like I've scored a point in some invisible game. Like I've proved, once again, that I trust reason, not fear. That night I fall into bed and sink like a stone. Dreams come vivid, messy, blurred at the edges. Faces I don't recognise, voices I can't quite understand. I toss, turn, sink, deeper. It was the deepest sleep I think I've ever had, but somehow it felt off. Morning comes slow, dragging me up from the depths. My head is thick, my thoughts sluggish, my limbs heavy. The kids are already at the table bickering over cereal again. Usually I'd intervene with a joke. Instead, I just stand in the doorway, blinking at them like I've forgotten my lines. "Dad?" my daughter says, confused. I force a smile. It feels wrong on my face. Yeah, morning. The words come late. Too late. Inside, something in me stirs, an unease I can't quite name, but I wave it away. Side effects. Nothing serious. Everyone gets them. Still, as I sip my coffee, I notice the taste lingers metallic on my tongue. My reflection in the black surface of the mug looks faintly off. The angle of my smile, maybe. The set of my eyes. I shake it off. Conspiracies are for other people, not me. I drive to work, radio low, trying to ignore the dull buzz in my head. The streets blur at the edges of my vision, like heat rising from asphalt. When the light turns green, I hesitate a second too long before my foot presses the gas. The car behind me honks, and I jolt forward. At the office, my co-worker, Todd, waves from across the room. "How'd the jab go?" "Smooth," I say, sliding into my chair. If I can survive my mother-in-law's meatloaf, I can survive a little needle. He chuckles, then leans closer. His voice drops. "You don't worry about any of that stuff." Like, what if they rushed it? What if there's something we don't know yet? And there it is. My cue. My stage. The critic never misses his chance. "Don't tell me you've been watching those quacks on YouTube," I fire back, smirking. "You think there's a secret cabal of scientists conspiring to, what, turn us into robots? Get a grip, Todd. Billions of people got it, and you think you're the one genius who spotted the hidden danger? Please." A few co-workers nearby snicker. Todd's face flushes, and he mutters, "I'm just saying." "Yeah, well, stop saying. Leave medicine to the people who actually went to med school." I turn back to my screen, satisfied. Another victory. Another small righteous flame of superiority warming my chest. But it sputters out fast. Because a few hours later, I feel it happen. A colleague asks me about a data entry error. Nothing serious. Normally I'd crack a joke, fix it, move on. But instead, my voice lashes sharp. "Are you blind?" It's right there. Maybe pay attention for once. The words slice the air before I can stop them. My co-worker flinches, eyes wide. Inside, my mind screams. What the hell was that? Apologize. Right now. That wasn't you. My mouth stays shut. My fingers return to the keyboard, typing neat rows of numbers as if nothing happened. My co-worker slinks away. I watch it happen from inside my skull, horrified, unable to speak. The rest of the day drags in a haze. Thoughts move slow. Every sound feels too sharp. Every light too bright. Twice, I lose track of what I'm doing entirely, sitting frozen at my desk, staring at the screen as minutes dissolve into nothing. When I finally drive home, my hands grip the wheel too tightly. My knuckles ache. The whole way, I repeat to myself, side effects. Just side effects. It'll pass. The front door opens. My wife greets me, smile tired but warm. How was your day? My mouth twists before I can stop it. My voice snaps, cruel, dismissive. Fine. Can I just get 5 minutes of peace before you start in? Her face freezes, the hurt plain. She sets down the serving spoon in silence, turns back to the stove. Inside, I pound against the walls of myself. Number. That's not me. That's not what I meant. Say something. Fix it. But my lips stay sealed. My feet carry me to the couch. I sit, hollow, watching myself move through the motions of my life while the real me screams from behind glass. The days blur. Work, home, sleep. Repeat. On the surface, I'm functioning. My body showers, dresses, drives, answers emails. My mouth speaks to people. But the me inside, the critic, the real one, is fading. It feels like I'm sealed behind a pane of glass. Not clean glass either. Frosted. Distorted. I see my hands move, but they're not quite mine. I hear my voice, but it arrives late, like static across a bad connection. At first, I thought I was imagining it. I told myself, "You're tired. Brain fog. It'll pass." But now, even when I'm screaming inside my skull, my body doesn't listen. Last night, my son dropped his cup at dinner. The milk spread across the table, dripping onto the floor. Normally, I'd crack a joke, something about indoor waterfalls, maybe ruffle his hair, help him clean it up. Instead, my mouth barked.
What is
Are
wrong
you
with
kidding
you?
me?
Look what you did!
You're too old to be this careless. Clean it up.
Sorry, Dad.
The look on his face shattered me. His little chin trembled, eyes wide, as he scrambled for a towel. "Apologise," I screamed inside. "Kneel down, tell him it's okay, it's just milk, hug him, fix this." But the new me stayed seated, arms folded, face stone, watching my son mop the floor in silence. I wanted to cry. My chest ached with it, but no tears came. Just the quiet obedience of a man who wasn't me. In the bathroom mirror later, I stared into my own eyes, searching for proof that I was still there. The pupils looked a fraction too wide, swallowing more light than they should. When I tilted my head, the reflection seemed slower to follow. I whispered, just to test myself. "I am me. I am me. I am me." The lips in the mirror whispered back, delayed, a beat too late. At work, the changes grow bolder. A colleague jokes about government overreach, about mandates, and my mouth snaps, spitting slogans I've only ever heard on the news. Science is truth. Compliance saves lives. Do your part. The words taste foreign, metallic, as they slide out of me. Inside, I gag, choking on them. Shut up, you don't even believe that." But the others nod. They smile. They agree. And I sit trapped in the back seat of my own skull, horrified, while my body plays the part. The metaphors come unbidden. Sometimes it feels like drowning, like I'm underwater, pounding upward against an invisible ceiling while my lungs burn and the surface drifts further away. Other times, it's like sitting in a darkened theatre, watching a film of my life while someone else puppeteers the actor on screen. The worst is the silence, the way my protests echo back to me with no effect, like shouting into a locked, padded room. My wife notices, of course. She studies me across the dinner table, her fork paused halfway to her lips. "You're different lately," she says. My mouth smiles, but not kindly. "Different how?" "You're sharper with the kids." "With me?" And it's like, sometimes you're not really here, like you're checked out. Inside, I seize the chance. Tell her what's happening. Beg her to help you, scream it now. But my lips form words I don't choose. "You're imagining things. Everyone's stressed. Maybe you should relax." The words drip with condescension, my tone sharper than knives. Her shoulders slump. She nods, but her eyes stay wary. Inside, I howl. "No. Not that, not her. Don't you dare push her away." But the scene moves on without me. Nights are the worst. I dream of static-filled screens, of faceless crowds moving in lockstep, their footsteps pounding in unison. In one dream, I'm in the middle of them, trying to scream, but my mouth is sewn shut. In another, I'm in my house, watching through the windows as my family laughs with me at the table. Only the man sitting there isn't me. He has my face, my voice, but his eyes are blank and shining. I wake up drenched in sweat, my body moving automatically toward the shower, the coffee pot, the car, always forward like a machine. One evening, the television is on in the background. A news anchor speaks about boosters, about protecting the children, about compliance being the mark of unity. And I hear my own voice say, without hesitation, without consent, we should get the kids scheduled. It's time. My wife turns, startled. What? I said. My mouth repeats, calm, steady, certain. We should schedule their vaccinations. The sooner the better. Inside, I'm thrashing. No, 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 don't you dare. Don't touch them. Don't force them. They're mine. They're innocent. Please, don't. But my wife is nodding slowly, relief flickering in her eyes. I was waiting for you to say that. I'll call tomorrow. And the critic, the real me, is shoved deeper into silence. Each day, I feel myself thinning. The glass grows thicker, the static louder, my voice fainter. And the other me, the docile, sheepish, aggressive shadow that wears my skin, he grows stronger. The appointment is set. Saturday morning. I don't remember dialing the clinic. I don't remember giving the names, the birthdays, the insurance information. But the confirmation text sits in my phone, glowing like a curse. 9 a.m. Family vaccination. Inside, I claw at the walls of myself, cancel it, delete it, tell her it was a mistake, but my fingers swipe the screen and type. Thanks. We'll be there. The week leading up feels like a death march. I drift through each day, a silent passenger. At work, my mouth parrots phrases, my body nods, signs forms, shakes hands. At home, I hear my own voice scolding my kids, lecturing my wife. Always sharp, always certain, always. Not me. Each night I dream of mirrors. My reflection smiles when I don't. Its eyes gleam blank and glassy, its mouth mouthing words I can't hear. Sometimes it raises a hand to the glass, palm pressed flat, and when I reach back, my hand passes through. I wake gasping, but the weight never leaves my chest. Friday night. My wife lays out the kids' jackets, packs snacks for the morning. She hums softly to herself, relieved, hopeful. I want to grab her shoulders, shake her, scream. Don't do this. Don't trust me. This isn't me. Instead, my hands fold the sleeves neatly, tucking them into the bag. My voice says, calm and even, it'll be good for them. For all of us. We'll finally be safe. Inside, I'm weeping. My real voice cracks, fades, pleads into the void. Don't. Please don't. I love you. I love them. Don't let me. But she only hears the calm voice. The other voice. The imposter wearing my face. Saturday morning arrives too fast. The kids chatter in the back seat, clueless, cheerful. My wife squeezes my hand as we pull into the clinic parking lot. Her thumb brushes over my knuckles. Warm. Familiar. I want to pull away. To scream. To throw open the car door and run. Instead, I squeeze back. A steady, reassuring pressure. My lips curve into a smile that isn't mine. The clinic smells of antiseptic and paper. Families sit spaced out in chairs, children fidgeting, parents murmuring soft reassurances. A poster on the wall reads, "Together we heal." My son shifts nervously. Dad, does it hurt? My mouth answers before I can stop it. Just a pinch. Nothing to worry about. You'll be brave. Inside, I roar. No! Don't you dare reassure him. Don't you put him in that chair. But my hand is already resting on his shoulder, steady and firm, guiding him forward. We sit in the waiting area. A nurse smiles as she checks us in, clipboard in hand. My daughter swings her legs, humming a tune. My wife flips through a pamphlet, nodding as if it confirms everything she already wanted to believe. And me? I sit still, silent inside. My true voice barely a whisper now, like static on a dying radio. Fight. Please fight. Don't let it happen. But my body is calm, docile, ready. They call my son's name first. He looks up at me, eyes wide, nervous, trusting. Dad, he whispers. My mouth curves into that same crooked smile. My voice comes smooth, steady, alien. It's okay, buddy. I'm right here. I rise, my hand closing around his, leading him toward the bright white room. Inside, I scream until my throat shreds. I pound against the glass, my fists useless, my voice drowned by silence. But no one hears me. Not my wife. Not my children. Not the nurse. And not the thing smiling through my face as it guides my son forward. The door closes behind us with a soft click. And in that moment, I feel it. My last words dissolve into silence. The glass shatters inward. The static consumes. Darkness wraps around me. The last flicker of me snuffed out. Outside, I smile placidly, leaning forward, rolling up my son's sleeve. Time to make you like me, buddy. I chuckle, eyes wide, grin wider. The nurse smiles, approaching with the syringe, and with a snap, it's all over. One by one, they're all vaccinated,